Hey, what's going on? So I just finished installing the Tusk window and I had a couple challenges. Thought I would share my fixes for those. Um, Maybe some of you old heads will probably do it a little differently, but just a couple little things that I found that helped me with the process. So I'll show it to you. All right, so the first challenge that I ran up against was as soon as I started to put these brackets on, they want you to remove these four bolts going to the cage. And of course, anytime you remove anything from the cage, it's going to tweak it, right? It's going to move it. So I knew that going in. So I went ahead and removed them. But then I also went ahead and, after a couple of minutes of jacking with these bolts trying to get them in, I went ahead and I loosened up these. I didn't take them off. I just loosened them. And then I came over there and I loosened those. But the one thing I did that made the world of difference, and this is the tip, I went ahead and removed those two big ones right there. Right? Let me go around there. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. You're probably thinking, man, you took half the cage apart for this, but yeah, I guess so. But anyway, I went ahead and removed these. Okay? They've got a nut on one end and the bolt goes all the way through this part of the cage. So, which is good. All right, so anyhow, yeah, what we want to do is we want to loosen that, those two, these two, remove that, and then come back here in the back and use that as leverage and have somebody feed those bolts in. Yeah, it's going to take two people for sure. All right, so, but you'll get those in. I guarantee you. If you do this, you're going to get those in. So once you get them in and you start, tightening everything back up again, right? You're going to come over here and this thing's going to be wonky, right? It's going to be off a little bit. But the thing that's going to make this cheesecake for you is you're going to get a big flat tip screwdriver and you're going to put it through this hole and all the way through to this side. And you're going to be able to use that as leverage, right? You're going to be able to use that as leverage one way or the other way to line up at least one of these holes, and then you can slip this bolt all the way through. And the reason why you can use your screwdriver on this as for leverage is because there's no threads on the inside of here that you're going to screw up. It's awesome. And I'm telling you, once I did that, I had everything lined up in a couple of minutes, and yeah, it was great. Then the other thing is, when you are to this step here, putting this these plates down that hold the window, they want you to attach this to the window, flip the window down, and then that's where you're going to mark for your drill holes, right? But when you do that, the window's laying down here, and you can't get a marker to mark these drill holes. So what I did was I took some tape and I just ran a strip of tape here to here, here to here, and taped this down. And then when I pulled the window up, of course this was left in place, and then I was able to drill the holes. I mean, seems pretty simple, but somebody might have some small arms and feet or legs or whatever, hands, and can get in there, but I don't think you can. But this is a good fix for it. So anyway, it's a pain in the ass to put on, I think. But it's a great looking windshield. I'm looking forward to using it, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I'm putting it on with one hand, by the way. So if I can put it on with one, you can put it on with two. All right, go get it.